FAA system outage causes thousands of flight delays and cancellations across the U.S. New York, CNN, the airline industry slowly resumed service after a Federal Aviation Administration system outage caused thousands of flight delays and cancellations across the United States Wednesday. The FAA briefly halted all domestic flight departures across the United States Wednesday morning, lifting the ground stop around 9 a.m. ET after it restored a system that provides pilots with pre-flight safety notices. But airlines continued to delay or cancel flights because of ongoing congestion. By late Wednesday afternoon, the FAA's website was still showing ground delays at some airports. Major U.S. carriers including United Airlines, Delta and American Airlines all said they had grounded flights in response to the situation. United and Delta have issued travel waivers in response to the outage. American Airlines said its customers could rebook their flights Wednesday and Thursday without additional fees. FlightAware, which tracks delays and cancellations, showed more than 9,000 flights to, from and within the United States as being delayed as of 5 p.m. ET, and more than 1,300 flights canceled. Southwest, which canceled thousands of flights after Christmas following a system-wide meltdown, was hit hard, with more than 400 canceled flights. About 10% of Southwest's Wednesday flights were canceled and about half were delayed. Southwest operations had resumed by mid-morning, the airline said. As a result of the FAA's outage, we anticipate some schedule adjustments will be made throughout the day, Southwest said in a statement, encouraging travelers to check their flight status online or via the airline's app. Southwest has also issued a waiver allowing travelers to change their flights. American Airlines was also hit hard, including feeder airlines that use regional jets. American said it had canceled nearly 400 flights as of midday Wednesday. Cause of outage still unclear. The affected system, Notice to Air Missions, NOTAM, sends alerts to pilots to let them know of conditions that could affect the safety of their flights. It is separate from the air traffic control system that keeps planes a safe distance from each other, but it's another critical tool for air safety. There is no evidence yet that Wednesday's air travel technology meltdown resulted from a cyber attack, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said, but he also wouldn't rule it out. There's been no direct evidence or indication of that, but we are also not going to rule that out until we have a clear and better understanding of what's taken place, Buttigieg said in an interview with CNN's Kate Bolduan. The 90-minute ground stop of flights across the United States Wednesday morning was implemented out of an abundance of caution. Buttigieg said that there were irregularities overnight in the safety messages that were going out to pilots that reflected a larger issue. Buttigieg, who has been hard on airlines over their staffing and technology issues in the last year, said the Transportation Department and Federal Aviation Administration would own responsibility for their failures. No, these kinds of disruptions should not happen, and my primary interest now that we've gotten through the immediate disruptions of the morning is understanding exactly how this was possible and exactly what steps are needed to make sure it doesn't happen again, Buttigieg said. U.S. President Joe Biden said Wednesday morning there was no immediate information on what had caused the outage, the second U.S. aviation crisis in a matter of weeks. Buttigieg said via Twitter Wednesday morning that he had ordered an after-action process to determine root causes and recommend next steps. NAV Canada also reported an outage of Canada's NOTAM system on Wednesday. That nearly 3-hour outage did not impact flight operations and its cause is under investigation, the air navigation service provider said. At this time, we do not believe the cause is related to the FAA outage experienced earlier today, NAV Canada said in a statement. Today's FAA catastrophic system failure is a clear sign that America's transportation network desperately needs significant upgrades, said Jeff Freeman, president and CEO of the U.S. Travel Association. Commercial airline pilots use NOTAMs for real-time information on flight hazards and restrictions. The FAA stipulates NOTAMs are not to be relied on as a sole source of information, and so some flights may be able to satisfy safety requirements by using other data. While Wednesday's flight cancellations at Southwest are a problem for its customers, it was nowhere near as bad as what it experienced from December 21 through December 29, when about 16,000 flights, or nearly half of its schedule, had to be canceled due to lack of available staff.